Hey, what is going on, everybody? Tom from Tom's Randomness, and today I want to do a quick video kind of explaining my process when I go to the local coin store here in town and purchase coins. Give you a little insight as to how I evaluate each coin that I'm buying and, where I determine those values to be worth my investment. So in the intro, you kind of saw a little glimpse of some of the coins that I picked up. And I want to key in on two of them being probably, in my opinion, the best two coins I picked up. There was a really cool 1894 quarter, but it was in really, really rough shape and damage. So I'm going to focus on these two coins, the Barber Dime here, and obviously I'm not a photographer or videographer of any skill. But you can see there this it's got really good detail, but it's been dug up. So it's got dirt on it. It's kind of grimy, but the detail is there. So this coin, in my opinion, is above an F12, somewhere between F12 and a VF35. But considering that it's been dug up, it's going to take a little bit of conservation or cleaning, and so I'm going to be conservative and value it around the F12 range. Straight graded, I think if it was a straight grade, I really do think it would be a VF20, but because it's going to have to be cleaned in order to get the dirt off of it, I'm going to say it's an F12. And according to Redbook, this coin is $12 in F12. So I got this coin for $2.58. So really, really good to cherry pick the little trays that they have at your coin store. Try to identify the better grade coins or better condition coins, because if they're selling them for whatever times face, I think that's 20. How much did I pay for that? $25.80. So 20, almost 26 times face. But I got a $12 coin for $3. So I just cherry picked. I spent a little more time looking through the coins, picking out the best one, and got this one. Now I picked the 1894 because it was an older coin, but I didn't do my research and I didn't really look closely at it. The 1894 quarter actually has a scratch that's it'd probably get a damaged grade even if it was worth grading. It's not. It's still a neat coin. It's still worth $7 or $8, and I'm happy to have it, but it is worth it to take that extra time and really scrutinize whatever it is you're trying to buy. Even when you get it at a really cheap price like that, 26, 27 times face, it's probably worth more than I paid for it by a little bit, but not by much. So the other coin that I picked up, and I'm not 100% certain, I think this is an AU all day coin, but it does have a lot of chatter, a lot of bumps and bruises, if you will, but it is a beautiful 1922 peace dollar. It doesn't look cleaned to me, and obviously I'm not a good videographer here, and you won't be able to, this will not do it justice. I've looked at it closely. I do not see fine indicators of actual cleaning. I do see lots of little scrapes and scratches, but that's pretty common in a bag of silver dollars or in just general collections or whatever. It could pick up those little marks, as we like to call them. But overall, it is a very, very nice example of an unfortunately highly minted coin. This being the 1922, there was over 51 million minted in Philadelphia. But the cool thing is that these have become way more popular of late. This was the best example of a peace dollar in the tray. I paid $30 for it, and in the Redbook, again, just going off the Redbook because, obviously I'm trying to make a short video here, but in VF20, Redbook says $40. So right there, if it's above a VF20, which it obviously is, I have positive equity in this coin. Essentially, when you go to your local coin store, when they buy a bunch of stuff, they're buying it for a specific price, and then they have a threshold of which they want to, take and put in more time to look and scrutinize these coins to see if maybe I want to sell that coin for $40, then they took time. And so they're balancing time and effort with how much they buy it for, how much they can sell it for, and so on and so forth. So a lot of these coin stores are probably paying 80 to 90% of the value. And so if they bought this coin for $22 and sold it for $30, they think of that as a good profit margin. They're happy. They didn't spend any more time to make their money, to call this a VF20 or an AU50 or whatever the case may be, and they just quickly made their money back. So they didn't put any more time in it. They still made a decent profit. They're happy. Customers happy. Everything works out. And overall, it's a good result for everyone because they probably made money on it. I have equity in it, and it's a good purchase for me, a good sell for them. Whoever sold it to them probably was happy with however much they got for it. So at the end of the day, it was a good all-around deal. But again, I paid 30. A VF20 is 40. An extra fine 40 is 42. AU50, which is where I believe this coin would be, somewhere between AU50 and AU55, is $44. And then if you get to mint state, it's $50. So not a huge jump from VF20 to mint state 60. But I personally think these are a good investment when you can get a good condition one, even though there's super high numbers of them in circulation and out there in collections and high grade examples. A coin in mint state 66 is only worth $525, whereas if this was, a mint state 66, pretty much any Morgan, it's $1,200. So other than maybe the 80s, 1981, 80, somewhere in there, but this would be a lot more valuable as a Morgan, but it is what it is, and it's what I can afford. So when you're at the coin store, it definitely pays to take your time. It definitely pays to educate yourself before you go in there to make these purchases, and know a little bit about condition grades and know how to look out for cleaning. If you see this coin looks like this, but it's been whizzed or has a ton of little fine hairlines going in all different directions, it's probably cleaned. So you want to get it for a call price versus pay for it as a VG plus bin coin or whatever. But yeah, I hope for some of you this is educational, and I hope for the rest of you found it entertaining. I did, like I said, buy a couple other things. Silver and gold are just skyrocketing, and it's great for those of you who have it to hold on to, or if you need to sell it, it's a good time to do that too. But it could just keep on climbing, I think, and I hope it does, obviously, because it's kind of something that I've always believed in, and it's always good to see something you believe in, be good. So with that said, I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. This is actually Sunday, so I hope you have a fantastic week this week. And if you have any comments, please leave them down in the comment section down below. If you want to subscribe, please consider it. And last but not least, I'll show you the 2024 Silver Eagle, which was the only reason I went in there. It called, they had one, and I just wanted one. I don't know why. Like I said, I don't really collect them because I've always thought they were kind of overpriced for me. But being able to get one for $24 or $34, yeah, that'd be a run on where I live, wouldn't it? $24 for an ounce of silver now would be incredible. But they just happened to get them in, and so I got one for $34. But now I think if you look online, some of them are $39 to $40. The day that I bought that, the cheapest one I could find that day was SD Bullion's at spot sale, but whenever I factored in shipping, it ended up being $39.99. So I went to my local coin store, and as long as I could get it for cheaper than that, I was going to buy one, and I just so happened to get it for $5 less. Shop local, and sometimes it works out. Good luck, God bless, and I'll see you all in the next one.